All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we'll bring you back-to-back updates and information as the hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news is dropping, you go be the first. We'll collect them. Let's go down to the news proper. As it be, Kepu don the leak say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legal team don the report matters to the government of Donald Trump. They say make that one be some of the things we Oga Donald Trump go address in this his 4 years tenure, or let it be part of his first week work as he don't enter office. Of course, you know that this Western and American governments, they are not like the NIG government where they take time to carry out instruction. As they be, even self, the thing matters where we say the man say in go address for in first week of office. In don't they address am first day where we say he enter office. That one a good one. So no before like one president for Nigeria where immediately when he enter in remove fuel subsidy, and as that people come they suffer waiting no good. But as they be his legal counsel don't go say they go report. They don't report to the government of President Donald Trump to address matters we say in concern Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his the infringement of his fundamental right, or the infringement of his legal right as a citizen of Obodo of Nigeria. I say that one no good at all, because as it be, that man by now suppose don't come out from the DSS detention, but the last time he was discharged and acquitted by the appellate court. The then attorney of the Federation, Malami, took up the matter to the federal Supreme Court, filing for stay of execution of judgment and that execution of judgment, the federal Supreme Court adhered to it, and that is why the man is still in the DSS detention today as EDB. But on another information, last week, Senator Enyinaya Abaribe restated his offer to stand as surety for the release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Not long after, in the same week, Senator John Azotambata was elected as the president of ohanezendigbo. Still in the same week, the governor of Ondo State, Mr. Lucky Orimisan Ayeditiwa, pardoned 60 prisoners as part of his 60th birthday anniversary. Some of the prisoners got their sentence commuted from death to life imprisonment. Undoubtedly, the major task before Ohaneze presently is to secure the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by all means. Kanu became known as a British political activist advocating for the secession and independence of the people of Biafra from Nigeria. He is the leader of the IPOB, which he founded in 2012. The main aim of IPOB is to restore the defunct separatist state of Biafra, which existed in Nigeria's eastern region during the Civil War of 1967 to 1970. In no uncertain terms, Kanu propagates Biafra separatism. He is very popular amongst the Igbos, especially those within the middle class. In his domain in Nigeria, Kanu was more of a teen god who commanded the respect and loyalty of the populace, and his words become law. He had a large following and was very effective in organizing the people for the actualization of the Biafra agenda. In the course of time, Kanu established the armed wing of Biafra, the Eastern Security Network, through which he was recruiting and training youth for the Biafra mandate. There were reports excesses within the fold of the ESN, resulting in unavoidable death, economic losses, and indeed a total deviation from the lofty deal behind the formation of the IPOB. But this is not limited to Kanu, as other regions of Nigeria have produced separatists too. Sometimes in about October 18, 2015, it was reported that Kanu had been arrested in Lagos State by Nigeria's secret police, Department of State Service (DSS). He was eventually transferred to Abuja, leading to protests across many states of the southeast. He was initially arraigned before the Abuja Magistrate Court, which released him on bail. Kanu was later arraigned before the Federal High Court, Abuja, where he was granted bail on the health grounds. What followed thereafter became as controversial as the IPOB leader himself. Kanu disappeared from public view after his home was raided by the Nigerian military in September 2017, an event which led to the death of many IPOB members, including his family members. In December 2020, Kanu announced that IPOB had organized the ESN, which was supposed to defend southeastern Nigeria from bandits and armed Fulani raiders. Kanu later gave all the governors of Southeast 14 days to ban open grazing, threatening to deploy ESN to enforce the ban if the authorities did not do so. This led to open confrontation with the Nigerian military, which commenced indiscriminate but illegal manhunt for IPOB and ESN activities. Despite this, Kanu maintained that IPOB was interested in a non-violent solution of the conflict, that ESN was supposed to fight bandits, not the Nigerian security forces. Regardless, Nigerian authorities designated IPOB as a terrorist organization and claimed that Kanu was inciting violence. I joined other Nigerians to denounce the attack on IPOB, given that other ethnic nationalities had their respective organizations, such as Mieti Allah, the Yoruba Nation, Ijaw Congress, etc. In June 2016, he filed a case at the Federal High Court, Lagos, in suit number FHC/L/CH/775/2016 against President Muhammadu Buhari, the Attorney General of the Federation, the Inspector General of Police, the Chief of Army Staff, the Chief of Naval Staff, and the Chief of Air Staff, seeking, amongst others, the release of the IPOB leader and for a declaration that pro-Biafran protesters are entitled to assemble together in any part of the country for the purpose of demanding for self-determination. I also prayed the court to hold that the police, the army, and other security agencies are not entitled to invade the gathering of pro-Biafran protesters or to shoot at them or to arrest and detain them. The reason for the suit and the point for the support for the IPOB then was that insofar as the agitation for Biafra meant an end to the marginalization of the Southeast, insofar as IPOB stood for a demand for inclusive governance and equity in the creation of states in Nigeria, they had my support, and I dare say that of many Nigerians. However, when such activities graduate to secession, killing of persons, and the general paralysis of the economy, it will only receive condemnation. On June 27, 2021, Kanu was arrested in Kenya by Interpol and extradited to Nigeria to face his trial for alleged treason, involvement with banned separatist movement, inciting public violence through radio broadcasts, and defamation of Nigeria authorities. Kanu challenged his trial, but it was eventually upheld by the Supreme Court. I see Kanu's trial as purely political, given the initial lofty goals that bettered IPOB as a movement. Perhaps, due to inexperience and lack of proper coordination, Kanu could not sustain the momentum of that struggle. IPOB became a threat to the political gladiators in the Southeast, and if he had continued in the way he was relying the youths, he would have taken over the government of the Southeast states. I generally believe that leaders of the region should take responsibility for the fate of Kanu. Initially, when Sunday Igboho and others started the Yoruba Nation agenda, people thought it was a noble initiative so long as it remained peaceful and law-abiding. But once it became apparent that it was translated into a separatist movement, prominent leaders within the Southwest rose in condemnation of such an agenda, and when it became necessary to tame the monster, the relevant authorities moved swiftly to nip it in the bud. The other side of the Kanu agenda is failure of governance. Until the reign of Dave Umahi in Ebonyi State and lately Dr. Alex Oti in Abia State, Southeast Nigeria has not witnessed commensurate development from the governors. And apart from the trumpeted second Niger Bridge, the federal government itself has not stamped its presence in the region. In the area of infrastructure and general development, So IPOB grew to fill up the vacuum created by non-performance by the Southeast governors and deliberate marginalization of Igbos by the federal government. That said, every political agitation requires a political solution. The people of the Southwest enjoy the support of Nigerians against the annulment of the June 12 election, leading to mass protest and peaceful agitation for many years. This would lead to some kind of concession within the political class in the 1998 when Nigeria unanimously zoned the presidency to Southwest, leading to the emergence of General Olusegun Obasanjo. The people of South-South region took their own agitation to the creek. They disrupt oil production and render the region generally unsafe for foreign investors, leading to the relocation of major oil companies from that region. I believe that their agitation led to the choice of Dr. Goodluck Jonathan as the vice president and eventually a president of Nigeria. As stated earlier, I only support the peaceful agitation of pro-Biafran activists against marginalization and will continue to distance myself from any transformation into a separatist and armed group. Take it or leave it, the Kanu phenomenon will continue to haunt the Nigerian state if only as a reminder of the wanton neglect of and as a reminder of an injustice against the Southeast, all of which must be addressed holistically. Part of the issue will result in questions such as why can't we have an Igbo president? Why can't we have an Igbo IGP or chief of army staff? Why should the Southeast not enjoy an additional state as other geopolitical zones which all have 6 states, notwithstanding the excesses of Kanu and IPOB? This to me represents the pro-Biafra struggle. Are the Igbos part of Nigeria? Is the civil war truly over, or is Nigeria still punishing the Igbos for the war? Or what on earth is the reason for the exclusion of the Igbos from mainstream governance? What exactly is the fear of other regions for dreading the Igbo president? This is why Kanu's case became political, because even if you jail Kanu today, the marginalization of Igbos will keep staring Nigeria in the face every day. When Gani Adams was arrested, Chief Gani Fayomi San stood firm for him all through his trial. When Sunday Igboho forced his order, Professor Wole Soyinka, Chief Yomi Aliu San, and others rose in defense of his fundamental rights. While condemning his criminal tendencies, I urge all Nigerians to unite for Kanu's freedom. For more particularly, the people of the Southeast must speak with one voice to secure Kanu's release. The federal government has nothing to profit from a prolonged trial of Kanu beyond isolation. It's from the Igbos. If the criminal charge against the leader of Mieti Allah could be withdrawn, if Sunday Igboho is today a free man, and then there is nothing so special about Kanu's trial. Beyond carryover of the civil war, I advocate for a discontinuance of his trial and his eventual release, but the matter does not end there. Since their release, I have not heard of Mieti Allah or Yoruba Nation in the same aggression and militancy that herald their misadventures. The choice belongs to Kanu to decide on the fate of IPOB. It is to continue with armed resistance, killing, or security agents and the total paralysis of the economy of that region. We cannot close our eyes to the existing laws against these acts. The Southeast governors, legislators, and leaders of thought should first meet with Kanu and secure his cooperation for his freedom. Over the new leadership of ohanezendigbo. All right. Welcome back, wonderful people. Everything here is talking about Mazi Nnamdi, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, that as the president of Donald Trump has taken over office, people are looking to see if the man go shake body to make sure that Kanu is released from the DSS detention. Meanwhile, this is where I'll be winding down the curtain. And if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to all your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you could be the first. We'll collect them. Let's go down. Thank you for listening. God bless you.